Good morning, traders. This is Marco. We have the 23rd of December. It's one day before Christmas. And as promised, there will be another bar by bar today. I saw today's charts and I thought that it's worth to make one because we had some nice movements and also some setups. So yeah, let's get to it directly. This is like around the time when I'm coming to the PC. And you can see prices are moving more like in a range. And yeah, just at 7:30, there was the core PCE price index. And you can see there was a huge spike down. And we're breaking out of this range here. And as you know, most breakouts fail. First breakouts at least. So we get this very bullish bar here coming back inside the range, but we cannot consider a long here simply because this shorter term downtrend is intact. So we're coming back inside the range. Now it's getting interesting because you can see this higher low here. And yeah, if you consider this range here as valid, then this is a potential that you can take. I would consider it as a more aggressive setup because, as I said, with this strong move down here, we could break and retest the lows. So I'm marking this, but please consider this is a very aggressive setup. And yeah, I would like to see in general more confirmation of this range, of this support here. But if you recognize this and you are aware that we are moving in a range here, then you can consider this higher low at least for a scalp back to the EMA. So yeah, prices go higher here, and you can see this very strong behavior, strong push back inside the range. And I'm drawing this channel here to see if prices are fitting, and we are bouncing off the range highs here with this strong bearish candle. So we have to see how's the direction of this trend channel now. Let me color this. We're going higher from here. This is interesting. So I'm extending the channel a bit, like so. And we're testing again the range highs. We're breaking the range to the top side, and we're getting some congestion here now, but I don't see a setup. And this is the first break of this shorter term uptrend channel. So we would like to see a retest of the highs first, and then consider a short back inside the range. But this is congestion that could count as a retest already here. We don't have to make highs every time when we come back. So prices bounce back inside the range now and going lower. Can draw the shorter term channel here, and we can maybe extend this like this, increasing the range. This is congestion here, no setup if you consider. Let me draw this so it's clear to see. Maybe it's even bigger than that, like this. Now we're breaking the structure. First entry, second entry short, interesting setup. Let me zoom in here a bit so you can see it better. Prices made a new low here. First entry, second entry short. This is the first break of this shorter term channel here. But you can see this bar moved way too far. We don't want to enter here so far below the EMA, close to the lows of the last channel here. So if we consider a short, then we would like to take a short like close to the EMA where my cursor is right now. But here we cannot enter this. This bar is too big. It has like 27 ticks, so we have a 29 ticks risk, and this risk is simply too big to take a short here. Would have worked, but yeah, you have to consider the odds. We are retesting the lows of this channel. This is the opening now, and prices go here sideways. We're staying at the range lows. Nothing to consider right now. There's a higher low here, but we're below the EMA and it looks very congested here. So I cannot take a long here. And we're pushing above the EMA, pulling back. This bar has the same high as this, so it's an inside bar. I cannot take this setup here, even though it looks very tempting. And we have to skip this. Shorter term channel is working higher. First break, retest of the highs. And let me extend the channel here. And we're pushing lower again, pushing to the range lows. Let me draw a channel here, maybe like this, and see if we can break the range. We're breaking it. This is the second break to the lower side. So this break could be now leading to a constant break. Going lower here, this is very strong bearish. You can see the amount of bear bars following to each other. And we're finding some little support here. If you consider this, it's too early to go long here. After this strong push lower, we want to see a break and a retest of the lows, maybe even a new low. But going here long, I think this is too aggressive, especially after this bar here. Really, it could bounce back here and make a clearly new low. So I would skip this here. Testing this lower support one more time. And coming back inside the range. By the way, here we made a new low now, but yeah, we made a clear new low here. So I would like to see a higher low of that bar to consider a long back inside the range. We get this higher low here. You can see it because this structure here could be played out. We have this push down. We have a break, some congestion, and we have this strong bullish bar following another, pushing above the EMA and forming this very nice bullish bar here as well. So if you consider this setup, it would be just a higher low. I would like to see a failure or something, or a second entry long. So taking this only as a higher low, it's very aggressive. But you can consider this. Also, the shorter term channel here is intact. We're breaking it, retesting the highs, and also coming back inside the range. And maybe there is some bigger structure in play here. You can see this price has made a new high here. There's the touch here, and maybe there's a touch here, because the low side looks pretty good, I must say. Midline, there's no clear reaction of it yet. So let's see if this channel is valid. We have a bounce here. So this channel could be confirmed because it's the third touch now. But we're trending lower. So let's see if we get something here. We are looking for some shorts right of the key entry points, but right now there are two patterns conflicting to each other. It's this range and this downtrend here. So I'm leaning more to taking shorts here right now. But right now there's no clear setup. I can't see anything here. Now I'm getting problems with the channels here. Going lower, breaking this shorter term structure here for the first time. There's no second entry right now, no setup at all, because we're pulling back, but this is an inside bar of this, so no setup, and we're forming some congestion here. And it looks that we are getting some serious support here, because look at how many times this is bouncing off this level here. We bounce here, another bounce here, bounce here. So we must observe this. We're breaking the structure now. So this downtrend broke and made 2 legs to a new low. So this structure could be played out, but we are still inside this bigger downtrend structure. So I would like to see a touch back here to the trend channel and see direction of prices. So prices made a new low, and this looks like a news event. Nothing is written here, so maybe it was like no high impact news. But yeah, look at these bars. It has like 56 ticks. This is crazy. Cannot enter anything here. But price action is valid, so we're drawing our lines. Coming again back inside the range. So maybe it's time to extend the range like this, because we have so many touches here right now. And we're breaking also this downtrend channel here for the first time. You can see this very strong push higher, forming some congestion, no setup here, and going lower, drawing the channel. Extending, first break of this channel, but no setup here. This could be interesting because we have a new low here. First entry, pullback, second entry. We also have a failure here. Prices made a new high here. So first entry, second entry, long failure. So when it's ticking below this, we could see a trap working lower here. But this bar has 28 ticks. So is a very high risk setup, and I can understand that you don't want to take it because it's also congested here, but see the second entry and the failure here. If that finished a bit higher, then this is 100% something to consider. Going lower here. Now we have a lower high here, but it's so close to the lows here of that range. And we also had the retest of the shorter term channel, break retest, so I don't trust this now. Of course it would have worked, but I think if you went in on this bar here, I'm not sure if you could even get into this trade, but if then yeah, it's a question if this ticked higher first. But yeah, I didn't like the setup because it's too close to the range lows here. And we're bouncing off this range lows again. By now, if you consider this channel here as valid, we have a break here and we have first leg, pullback, second leg. This could be a retest of the lows already, because you can see there's some very strong support forming here, and prices don't have to retest the lows by creating a new low. Like a retest of the lows also means that we're testing the last lows, the price of the last lows, and this is what's going on right now. Have to draw this channel here going higher. First break of this channel. Maybe it's a bigger channel. Putting this here. Extending the range. First break of this channel, first entry. Second entry long. I have to take this, but consider this bar has 28 ticks. So you cannot enter on this high here. You have to take it as an engulfing bar, or I took this trade live and I saw how prices came all the way below the EMA and then were snapping back in a very strong and fluent behavior. So I got into the trade here around this level and scalped out in the same bar already. So this is like an engulfing setup. It's recommended for the more experienced traders. If you are new to this, then we would like to see a finish of this bar and then entry one tick above it. First entry, second entry, first break of this uptrend here to retest the highs which are here. This structure here could be played out because we had a break and two legs to a new low or retest of the lows. and in general we are in a range, so we like to see prices testing the support, coming back and testing the resistance of the range. So I really like the setup on the second entry short, and we're going higher here. That was a very strong push higher, and we're forming some congestion here, you can see it, but it seems we are not reaching the highs of the range. So maybe it's a bit lower. No, that doesn't make sense. We'll keep it here for now. We have a retest of this channel here. So now we have to see what's going on. Still moving sideways here. We have a very strong push higher here, but we are not reaching the resistance here. And we're getting close to it now. We have to observe this. Can draw some channel here. Maybe we even have some spike and channel structure. Let me test this, maybe like this. Touch here, that would be the first break, retest of the highs of this spike and channel. Let me draw this for you so you can see it better. Or maybe it's like this. Hard to say right now. But the bias is not very clear. I'm unsure what to do here, so I'm waiting. This channel here could be played out by now because we had the break in a new high. And we are ranging out here at the top of the range. We are not reaching the range highs, as you can see, because if I take the resistance from this level here, there's still some way to go higher. And we're reaching it now. Okay, interesting. But we cannot break the channel, the range. We're like coming a bit above it, but we're coming directly back inside the range. There's no setup here, this is congestion. And there's a lower high here now. And this is interesting. If you consider this structure here as played out, then we have a lower high. This channel here is intact. I don't like that the EMA is in the way. Hard decision, I must say. We have the range highs here. It was confirmed now. And we have a push back below, but there could be some support of the EMA. If you're aggressive, you can take this lower high, but I will skip it for now because I'm not very sure about the context in general. You can see prices took the EMA support here, and they can take EMA support here again, even though this uptrend here played out already. Yeah, if you're aggressive, you can take it, otherwise skip it. I will skip it for now and see how it plays out. Okay, it would have worked. And we're going lower from here, back inside the range. So maybe there's a bigger structure in play. Let's see, first break. I think this is a first entry, second entry short. Is it? Yes. Price made a new low here. First entry, second entry short. So it's the first break of this channel working lower. This bar has 18 ticks. I would like to see the finish of this closer here to the wick. So with this pullback here, I'm a bit skeptical, but this is a second entry. I will risk this. Second entry within the trend. This bar could be a bit more bearish. First break, retest of the lows, enough space to this support here. Okay, we would be into the trade and would be out. Retest of the lows. And we're going way lower here. We have to extend it maybe like this. Then it would be the first break. Some pushes lower. And here's some congestion. So yeah, after all, you can see prices stay within this range here. We cannot break to the top side. We broke the lower side, but came back inside the range. And this is congestion, prices going higher here. This is a higher low now, but we would like to see like a failure or something. Here comes the failure. You can see the low here, first entry short, second entry short. So by the moment prices ticking above this bar here, all the shorts are getting stopped. So you can see direction here, why it's so strong. But I would not enter at this level here anymore, because also the shorter term channel here broke. We made a new high already, all in one bar. So if you enter this, then on an engulfing directly here, but entering top here, it's already far above the EMA. And you know from my previous setups and rules that we are not taking trades that are so far away of the EMA. Ranging out here, and this is live price action. So yeah, this was the bar by bar of today. Let me zoom out so you can see the whole day. Not too many entries. We had this set up here, but by then the range was a bit higher for me, so I considered this as a retest of the range support. And then we moved the range a bit lower, pushed higher here, break, retest, then pushed lower, back inside the range. First break, retest, then this bigger structure formed up. We had the bounce here with this strong push higher, higher low here. I was speaking about the setup. Usually we like to see some failure here. So if a higher low is not enough reason for you to take it, then just skip it. Yeah, so we are finding some strong support here. Prices could not break this level. So this downtrend structure, if this is even valid, had a break and retest of the lows. Bounce of this support, then we are pushing higher. I was speaking about the second entry long. This was a trade I took live, and yeah, pushing higher here to the range top. But usually in ranges we're going from one side to another. So we came from here going to the top side, bouncing off here and going lower. This lower high was very tempting. I was speaking of this setup, just I was afraid of the EMA because prices provided some nice support here. But yeah, if you consider this and you follow blindly the range rules, you can take this lower high here. Then push lower. This channel here could be like this. First break, second entry short, and two legs to a new low, congestion, and then back inside the range. So there's no clear bias today. But this is typical for Christmas. Most traders are on holiday already, and I will do the same now. We will go for the Christmas market. It's the last chance for this year because Christmas markets are closing one day before Christmas. I wish you very nice holidays. Enjoy the time. Have a good time with your friends and family. Merry Christmas, and yeah, see you most probably next week.